Question 5. Question 5. All the questions in question 5 in the question paper that you are going to receive will cover only content from business operations, and very important, remember we are going to give you, we are trying to prepare you for the final examination. Now if you look into the diagram or the table of the different topics, you will see that, and you just in a nutshell look at it, you will say that, aha, question 5, or let me say business operations is the focus area with the least volume of content, because there's only 2 content topics. And a clever kid in the Free State, he or she will start preparing his fighting in the question paper with business operations. Because in business operations, question 5 in the question paper, all those questions for 60 marks will come out from 2 topics. And therefore, we would say that you are going, I would prefer that all the grade 12s of the Free State should start with business operations. We'll go into it a little bit deeper as we go on. Right. Then we come to section C. As in section B, before we go to section C, question 6 is the last of the 5 questions from section B, and the questions in section C will cover the whole year's work. All the questions, 15 marks per focus area for this question in total. I would say it will be a little bit of a gamble if I don't study very hard. Then it will be a little bit of a gamble to go and sit and answer question 6. Now we come to section C. Section C, we have said to you that the question paper in section C comes up with 4 questions, and very, very important, very, very important. Each of the 4 questions will come from a focus area. Now, very, very important, remember what I have said. I have said in section B, if you are preparing, start preparing yourself very well on business operations. By doing this, you are already preparing yourself for an essay type question covering business operations. Now, if you look at previous question papers, you will see, especially the September one, you will see that question 7 in section C is questions covering content from the business environments. Question 8 covers an essay type question from any content topic on business ventures. Business roles, question 9. If you can remember what we have done yesterday, we said let us do conflict, and you will see that conflict comes from business roles. It was question 9. So very, very important in the question paper at the end of the year, question 9 will cover an essay type question coming from business roles. Very, very important. And then question 10. Question 10 will be a question from business operations. And there we can say that the question in question 10 can either be, for the fact that there are only 2 content topics, it can either be on business, on quality, with the inception of TQM, as well as human resource. The second question will be then the human resource management. So very, very important. I just want to say to you that the clever kid who prepare himself well can manipulate the structure of the question paper not to study the whole curriculum, but looking at the structure of the question paper can advantage the learner scoring a very good level 7 by doing any three of the focus areas. Now, very, very important. For most of the learners, focus area 1, business environments, can be very tricky because of the 9 different X, business strategies, which is very, very difficult, very complicated topics in business ventures. But from there on, in business environments, but from there on, business ventures, business roles, and business operations, the content topics are very easy, although a lot of study work. So those grade 12s who are going to listen to me, I would suggest, and listen, I'm not going to lead you to drown. No. If you study business ventures, business roles, and business operations thoroughly as prescribed by the examination guideline, then you can be sure of a very, very good level 7. I want to go and straightforward and to go and look into when we unpack when we're going to unpack the examination guideline. But I'm not going to do the whole guideline. I'm going to do question, or let me say focus area for business operations with you, how to study it. Now, I just want to show you that each page of this examination guideline has got a main topic, or we call it also the main focus area. Then we have got the topics. Remember, under the topics, under business environments, we say its impact of recent legislation and business, on business. We have got business strategies, and we have got business sectors. Now, the next third column, it tells us what is the core content that the teacher was supposed to do with you. And there is the different acts. There's the different acts. I just want to mention it quickly. The Skills Development Act, the National Skills Development Strategy, the Labor Relations, the Employment Equity Act, the Basic Conditions Act, the Compensation for Occupational Injuries and Disease Amendment Act, the BBBEE, in other words, the Broad-Based Black Economic Empowerment Act, the National Credit Act, and the Consumers Protection Act. This was the content that the teacher was supposed to teach with you during the course of the year. But very, very important for you as the student, the last column is of utmost importance. Elaboration on the core content. In other words, they say each learner, this is what the learner should be able to do to answer these questions in the examination. So in other words, if you are going to start studying the different acts and you are going to look at the Skills Development Act, what must you know? You must know the nature of the Skills Development Act. You must know the purpose. You must analyze the impact on business operations, including advantages or the positive or the negatives on small and large business operations. Colleagues, learners, this is very, very difficult. This is very, very difficult, especially that part, the impact on small and large business operations. What you also must know about this act, you must know the compliance and the penalties if a business does not comply with this act. You must also be knowing the actions regarding as discriminatory. Then, very important, out of this acts, there is what we call, especially in the new Labour Act, Labour Relations, is the existence and the establishment of the SETAs. You must know the role of the SETAs, skills levies, learnership, purpose, funding, and so on. So as I said, I'm not going to deal on this, but it's important that you should know that the last column, the fourth column of the examination guideline, it will tell you as the learner exactly what you must know, what you must study, and after you have studied, are you be able to do 1, 2, 3. When we come back from the break, I would go to focus area, or the main topic number 4, and I'm going to show you exactly how to prepare yourself for the final examination on this. Right. We can take a break now for 5 minutes and then come back afterwards.